Oops, accidentally shut it off. 350 Chevy. It's got a polished intake. It was fuel injected in the Suburban. I just put a polished intake on it. Just put it all in here. It's not nicely, I'd call it rat rod. It needs to be finished up. I got a Predator carburetor on there. It's way too big for it. Not recommended to drive. Doesn't drive too well. And that's the gas tank. It's a gravity feed, 1 gallon. I guess if somebody's going to steal it, they're not going to go more than 15 miles. Seats, VIN plate, it's got I think it's 5 1/4 inch dash holes, factory of course. Pretty nice interior, original paint. Surface rust is pretty much all it has. The windows crank up, the doors open and shut. I don't think they locked. I never messed with that. Most likely it didn't lock back in this day, I don't know. Power steering, power brakes from the Suburban. That's pretty nice. And it's just wired, rigged. You can drive it on a trailer. I drove it 5 miles to work just to make sure it all worked. I wanted to see what it felt like before I went and put a bunch more time into it, which I need to do, but don't have quite that much time right now. Yeah, I would love to do it. Front of the bed, flat, metal, rusted, original paint, a lot of steel. Oh, guess while we're back here, gauges. Let's see, got a new belt for it. I think I was a filter I was going to use for PVC. That fuel pump died. That's why I have that gravity feed tank in there. And I believe that little thing in a white box is a resistor to make a 12 volt system work with the 6 volt windshield wipers. These are gauges. Made by Dolphin. They drop right in. Open one up real quick. Looks pretty cool in there. Never been put in. I hooked them up for a second to make sure they worked, and then took them out to make sure they had oil pressure and water temperature was fine when I first fired it up. And then they've been back in the box. A little wiring loom, and well, what all it came with, that was, I don't know, 350 bucks, something like that. I think it's written on there. That's what this side looks like. Battery just sitting in there. It's it's out of a Bobcat. It actually isn't. It's rigged. The vice grip's on one of the terminals, so I might have a battery that bolts onto this. I don't know if it'd be good or not, but this will fire it up and get it onto a trailer for you, and then you can do something correct. Good condition. That's why I started the project. The seats are just thrown in. My buddy said to do this, not to do this particularly, but to drive it, just to make sure I liked it, and man, I love it. I'll hop in here. Yeah, sitting out looking down a little round hood and high up in the air. It's really fun to drive, and it'll run, so it runs well. And yeah, if you want to, if you like it, you want to check it out, we can take it for a ride down the road. It's not easy to drive. The carburetor is way too big for it. 930 CFMs. This could handle like 450, but in good shape. Body. So that's a quick walk around.